What up, guys? This is Calvin Wick, and we're here finally with Sylvie from the Loki Marvel Studios series 6116 scale figure from Hot Toys. Um, this I've been waiting for so long, just like Scarlet Witch, just like many other toys. This one hurt me, just put some pain on me because it was supposed to be in, I believe, 2 weeks ago. And right when it released from Toys Wonderland, I picked it, I put in the purchase, DHL, canceled my sideshow one, put the money from the sideshow onto that, and it got delayed somehow at DHL, and I didn't get it till today. I had to send an email out to them and say, "What happened? What's going on?" And they said, "Well, it's coming," and they sent it right in. It's supposed to be in tomorrow on a Thursday, which is today is Thursday right now. So I just came back from work, picked it up. So it came in Wednesday afternoon, and I came back from work. It's now Thursday because I worked a late shift, and I went and picked it up, and I'm happy. Here it is. This was a painful one. This hurt a little bit because I wanted to do an unboxing, and right when I got it and it didn't come in, it hurt a little bit. So this one tripped me up a little bit, but it's here, and this is the box. There's a little tear on the top. I think it's okay. We'll look and make sure everything in the box is okay. It looks like it's okay inside, so. We're going to take a look at the box and look at the sides in front of the back of the box, and well, see what it's all about. This is it. The figures are coming in, and this is one, Sylvie. I really love this character from Loki. I think she's my favorite character in this show. So let's just take a look at the back and the sides of the box. Okay, guys, here's all the pieces to the Sylvie 1/6 scale figure by Hot Toys. We start here with the instruction manual, just as usual. You got the instructions. How to put the cloak on, hand stuff. Pretty neat instruction manual. Then we got extra pegs. Right here, extra pegs. These are like extra little buttons. You can't even see them. Like, there they are right here. I guess it's for wear and tear of the buttons. We got the little portal, which the time, where she puts this thing right here, and I dang forgot what it's all called, and it causes the time thing to start tearing through the time stuff, time eraser. And this is it right here, little time eraser thing. This is your staff with the butt where you erase people from the fabric of time and send them to the variant. And this, I think this comes off like that. Boom. And you put this on here. And you got the stab. The stabby stab. And the, eviscerator. Her sword. Her cloak. Her poncho, if you want to say. And I think that's what the buttons are for, these. Just in case they wear and tear off or something. You got her stand. Right here. Nice little stand, Sylvie. Got the crotch stand. And then you got her device. And this thing that clips onto it. I believe. Hold on. This thing clips right onto it like this. I think so. Huh. I don't know how they clip that on there. But it goes on like this. Oh. And it fell. Let's get it out here. But that goes right here like this. We'll look at the instruction manual, figure it out as we close this up. She's got a lot of hands. First, we'll start with the power hands, shooting out her green power. And how you put it on is that you'll put it on by the hand like this. You never touch this, it'll break. But they did glue it on here, so you put it on like that, by holding the hand. Looks pretty nice. I'll just use to hold the sword or whatever, hold the staff. These are these hands right here. Nice. She's got a lot of articulated hands. Look, she's got the hold out hand. She's got a lot of hands. She's very expressive with her hands. This is it. This is all the pieces and stuff. Oh man, this is not bad. And then we're gonna take a look at the figure now. Let's take a look at the figure. Look at the articulation, head sculpt, and everything. Let's check her out. I have one more thing I forgot to bring up, and it's the time portal from the Loki movie that you see, and I wanted to bring this out, and I forgot to bring this up, and it's pretty bad. This is a major caveat. It's horrible. It's pretty bad. But I want to bring that up. This is one of the things I didn't like. It's cheap looking. I think this came off. Look, it's already got a bend. It's the portal. This is what you put it under to stand it up. It's not very good. But I did not bring this up. I want to mention this. I was disappointed. It's not hard plastic or anything. They didn't go out their way. I guess they just rushed this. But this isn't very good. But I want to bring that up. I forgot this. And now we'll take a look at the figure. Okay, here she is. Out of the box. Sylvie from Loki. It's 1/6 scale figure by Hot Toys. And I want to say some few things. There's some good and there is some bad. I do enjoy the figure. I like it. But let's look at the details. I like this material here with the vest in the back here. It has some stuff right here. These don't come off. It's good material. Things. This cloth, it's a little light, so you have to be careful. But it's okay. The plastic here, the belt is good. This right here, you got to be careful with, because it's a sleeve that goes into the hand. This right here, I have a little problem with. It looks good, but it looks fragile. So when you pull this off, the sleeve will be covering it. You'll have to push this down a little bit to get this off. There is some difficulties of getting the hand in and out with this figure. So when you pop this out, you gotta make sure your hand is not grabbed on, your fingers are not on this, because if you pull, you're gonna rip this whole thing off. You're gonna rip this whole thing off, because it's not it's decent, but I don't think it's durable enough. You gotta be careful. See, the sleeve is right here. You have to hold it about right here. This is gonna be difficult, and this is what I'm talking about. Putting the hands on is going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult. So with the sleeves and with this piece, because you can't put it on from here. You got to hold it from here. It's going to be a lot of difficulties in. So that's kind of my little caveat with this. Is I kind of wish they would have figured out a way that you could clip this on instead of it being stuck to the fingers, because you're going to have difficult time putting the hands on. So that's the thing. This material, it's just okay. If you don't watch how you put this on, it's going to take some work. You'll rip this clean off. So you got to slowly pull the hand out and slowly put it in and work these onto the sleeves. You have to do some work on it. So those are some of the things. The material is a little bit, this is not too bad, but this right here, this material is a little bit concerning. But as far as posability, Jesus Christ. Except for this right here, you gotta be careful. She can do almost a box split, but this right here, this is the limit before you start tearing that. Look at that on the legs. That's the limit because of this material. But it can go further if it didn't have this material. Legs, about to right here, it can go a little further, but you run the risk. And look at a little bit more. You have double knee right there. The posability on this figure is really freaking good. Look at that. That's just insane. You can raise her arm, but you have to be careful with the material. She has almost Alita-like posability. This can turn. Look at the turnability here in the torso. Look at this. It's all the way up. Posability is record break. It's on path with, look at that. It's on path with Alita. That's amazing. With Alita and Rey from Last Jedi. The posability is really strong. And with this material on there, it's not too bad. This is so flimsy that you not really having to worry about unless you get to right here where this pinch is. You have to be careful about that. But posability, like she has shoulders, like she has a little struggle. It's got to push in. Posability is freaking crazy on this figure. This is probably about the biggest posability you have with this. She has crazy posability. Crazy posability. That is pretty freaky. You can get some really articulated action poses out of this figure. You just gotta be careful about this material here. A little bit careful about it, because it can tear if you're not careful putting the hands in and out. Let's look at the head sculpt. Now, in this light, it looks really good. Let's get the arm down. Within this light, the thing about it is the light takes away. With Sophie, I think Dea Mateo is her name. There is a great likeness to her. But the thing is with this head sculpt is that with that line, the smile line, they made her look older. They made her look aged. And when you watch the show, she is not. She looks very, very young in her face. She's not very aged. But I think they had a hard time with her because she has such a very unique head, very unique facial features. And I think they had a hard time because look, like right there, it's like she looks a little older than she really is. Because in the show, she is very pretty. She is very pretty. She has a very young face, and this just made her. And that's the thing. I think they had a hard time with it. It's still a great head sculpt. The hair sculpt is really good. It's still good. Not perfect, but it's really good. So, but I think they just had trouble with it because Mateo's face, Dan Mateo's face, is very unique. So, but it made her look a little older in the head sculpt than she does in the show. And that's the thing. I wanted to bring up something else I forgot to say, and it's her feet. There's no posability in the boots, none whatsoever. So that's what's going to make it hard to do dynamic poses, because these boots do nothing. They are stationary. There's no bend, no twist. In order to get it to turn, you got to turn it at this leg part right here. The boots don't move. They are literally on there. Nothing moves. So you saw how she almost tipped over because she doesn't have, she can stand but you got to do it right. Dang it. You got to do it right. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I think we got it broke. Well, you got it for the first time. She fell over and the thing broke. Dang. Dang it. It broke. Her horn broke. This is not the first time this has happened with a hot toy that had something break. She fell over and then the horn thing broke. So be careful when you're posing it, guys. There it goes. This first time the horn broke off. Dang. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. It's still break. I have to super glue that on. I might have to super glue that on. But so be careful with the head sculpt. Dang. That's a fragile horn. Slipped out of my hand. So it's still a good figure. You gotta have to be very careful. As you saw, the horn broke. The caveats is just, like I said, it's fragile. This can be torn if you're not careful of pulling the hands off. That can break if you're not careful of pulling the hands off, and that fell and the horn came off. So you got to be careful about those. Posability wise, it's fantastic. It has a lot of posability, a lot of action poses you can pull off of that. And I just want to say, I mean, it's a good figure. It's not bad. I still like the Scarlet Witch a little bit better, but she's really good. Like I said, you gotta be careful. Man, I dropped it and that thing fell off immediately. So that's the thing. I had my Vader piece broke off too if it falls over. So use the stand too. I would use the crotch stand a lot. Cause she fell over once, and that was it. That is pretty much it, to really be honest, about the review of Sylvie from Hot Toys. 1/6 scale figure, but Loki. Be careful with this figure. It broke, but it's still a great figure. And next up is gonna be. So, I mean, I'm gonna have a YouTube video about why I'm on YouTube and stuff. I think that's next up. There's nothing really on the pipe, but that they announced that Wonder Woman and that Batman, and it looks like it's coming out soon. It said July 2023, so they just popped it on us. So we'll see how that goes. But after that, I'm probably gonna glue that horn back on there, and we'll get into some poses. Get into a lot of poses. I'm gonna get some really good posability out of her. So that's what's next with the poses. If you like this video, give it a like, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel. Working on making more content outside of Hot Toys, and I have some video game content. Follow me on twitch.tv/CalvinWick. I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6. It's a really fun game. And we're going to get into the poses right after this, so leave a comment below. I do talk to people on the comments. I only have like 114 subscribers, and thank you for those 114 subscribers. It's growing slowly, so But the few people that do comment, I do try to talk to, you know, as much as I can. I may not be able to get all the comments, but I do talk to a few of them if there's a conversation to be had. So that is it for the review, and now stay tuned for the poses. Okay, let's get some things down and some stuff about this figure. This is by far the most fragile of the set of figures I have, and the easiest to tear or break. The horns right here, if it falls over, it hits any hard surface, it will snap off. Now, we're back. I bought another figure. The same thing. I went and bought another one. What I did with this one, I glued the horn back in. It did not glue in straight. It wasn't proper. So I'd still got another one even when I glued it back on. I bought another one, and it was just bothering me. It was going to bother me the whole time, but I bought another one. This is the one that I would recommend highly. Keep it on a stand as much as possible, because if she falls over on a hard surface, it's going to break. I wouldn't even risk it being on a soft surface. I would just keep it on the hard surface. I wouldn't risk being on a soft surface. I just keep it in there with the crotch stand. As you saw, I bumped it. It hit the table. Even with that cloth on it, it snapped. This is by far the most fragile figure. Right here, when you put the hands on, it's hard to put these hands on because of this. Just these two right here. On top of that, this, if you're not careful with these sleeves, it'll tear if you keep your hand on them. So you got to make sure you push those down. Those materials is very terrible. I haven't torn them yet, but it is. This is the problem. Boots right here make it even a bigger problem, because there's no mobility in the shoes. They're just straightforward. So it's hard to pose, making it easier to fall over and break. So this is by far the most fragile hot toy I have had so far. My rating so far, this is a new one. I got a new rating if I put it on the last. It's a good toy. It's not a great toy. It's because of the difficulties. This is by far probably the most difficult to pose with because of the fragility and just whatever. It's the fragility and the easy to tear. When you're taking the hands off, it's difficult. You can snap the peg and stuff a lot easier with this, trying to put these hands on, because of the sleeves. Pulling the sleeves down is going to make it difficult as well. So by far, this is not, I love the toy, the posability. If the feet were good, the posability would be almost in par with Alita. Almost in par with Alita. Alita being the most posable figure in my collection. And the most poser friendly. I mean, it is really friendly to pose her, because there's not much to break. You can't barely break it. You just have to be careful about the shoulders, the deltoids, because there is a limit to them. But other than that, even with that stretch suit, it has a durability to it with Alita that is like, look at her pose. She's been in that pose and it doesn't really wear or tear. So posability wise, it's really good with Alita. This one is about as close. It's just the material's too thin. The material's it's just a very tempting material, but it's all round a decent figure. I love it. I bought it. It's just not, I mean, my Scarlet Witch I think I like more than this one, even though her posability's okay. Was good, but not nowhere near as this. It's just that it's going to be hard to pose, and it's going to be very easy to break and tear. You drop it, and you drop her on her head. that horn is going to snap. That horn is going to snap. I glued it on this one. It's off. It's off. Maybe I can return it and get some money, get my money back. I already bought this new one, or I'll just keep it. I'll probably give it to my niece or nephew. I don't know. I might just keep it. I don't know. But I bought a new one. This is the one I'll use primarily. So just be careful about the poses. If you're not into Loki, if you didn't like Sylvie, I wouldn't buy this. If you love the Loki show, but you weren't impressed by the figure, you can skip it. I'm a diehard fan of this actress and this Sylvie character, so it was a must buy for me. The fact that I broke it and bought it again says a lot. So in my recommendation, I would buy it, but like there's some people in my Facebook group that I don't see. I'm probably the only one that has for the Figure Flex Friday has poses with her pictures I sent to the group. I'm probably the only one. So there is a niche. It depends on who the person is. So Sylvie, she's a good hot toy, but you don't have to buy her if you don't want to risk breaking her. You just, I'll say you don't have to, but if you really love Sylvie, I suggest you buy it. Like I said, I bought it twice, so that says a lot. Just be careful with the head sculpt. That horn will break. Be careful with the hands, with the power coming out of it. You can break it. It's going to be difficult to pose. It's going to be difficult to do the stuff. This is a fragile toy. This is a fragile. It's way more fragile than the other hot toys that I have. So be careful. Now that I've got all that out the way, you know what I'm saying? I bought a new one. We're going to continue with the video. We'll go on to the poses. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Well, talk to me about it. If you have any questions about the figure, I'll be glad to let you know. I know pretty much a lot about this figure by working with it. So, like, share, subscribe, and let's get on to the poses now.
Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this in my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma fight my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing on my own. Never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no. I got no rival. No rival. I got no Even now, you're coming after me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. know